All right, so my first gen Chromecast started to have hiccup issues and really suck. So I have a Chromecast Ultra for 4K support, and I noticed it really loads up really fast, and I thought maybe it's because it comes with this type of Ethernet adapter. But in hindsight, it's probably also just the hardware found within. But I found that Google does make this Ethernet adapter for first gen as well. So ordered it up in hopes that it would speed up the first gen Chromecast as far as when it starts to initially load videos. And also I noticed certain content creators, their videos would have a really bad hiccup. So I don't know if it's how they're rendering their videos, what settings they're using for rendering, but I tried all types of tricks that I Googled online to try to remedy it, and it just wouldn't work. And I have really strong Wi-Fi here, so there's not like interference issues or low reception. It just really seems like something on Google's end where it's the firmware or hardware limitations with the first gen Chromecast, and it's just not keeping up with some of the content. So here's the unboxing of this first gen adapter, and I could tell that it looks really similar to the Ultra. So I went and grabbed my Ultras, and you can see that they're not exactly the same. So I find that kind of interesting that they're they're not using like the same supply to keep costs down, but they actually make a different unit for the first gen. So I think that's a little bit weird and already a little unsettling that or rather foreshadowing where this is going to go. So I went inside my switch setting real quick and made sure the ports, and you can tell that they're only 100 megabit, 100 meg rather, and I mean that's good enough for the use case that they have. And I'm also making sure that they're both on the right VLAN. Keep everything equal here. So confirmed that what I have the first gen and the Ultra plugged into are the right VLANs. And also for sanity's sake, I went into Google Home and verified that it picked up a VLAN IP address, ensuring that it's not using Wi-Fi anymore. And that was actually pretty intuitive part of the setup was not having to go in there and change settings. It just kind of figured out that it was plugged in. So here I'm going to get a video going on the phone and start sending it over to the first gen and the Ultra. So the Office is the first gen and Office Monitor is the Ultra. So I started to do some speed testing here where I'd even get the other phone out and do some stopwatch action. And it's kind of weird. I really couldn't get a consistent delta here. Sometimes the first gen would load up maybe just a little bit slower than the Ultra and vice versa. And then what really got weirder in the testing was when I made the first gen Wi-Fi mode, and then when I would make sure that it's in rather in wired mode, the delays were all over the place. So I don't know if it was dependent on like the Google services, the YouTube servers, if anything had been cached from some other testing, Wi-Fi issues. It just got really weird. Maybe different content creators and the way it's loaded up. Just my mind started racing about how many variables there were affecting these tests. So here I just kind of fast forward through all these tests of hardwired, Wi-Fi connected, and unfortunately noticed the other problem going on with this setup. I got this not so much just to make things faster for initial load time, but I was really hoping that this hardwire mod would get rid of the hiccup. So this particular video I noticed from a mental outlaw was just having horrible hiccups. And there's other videos too. So I really think it's how certain creators are rendering their videos. But the hiccup was super bad, and the delay time from going from phone to casting was kind of all over the place, be it hardwired or Wi-Fi. And again, I'm on a VLAN. I have firewall rules. I'm using Avahi with pfSense for the MDNS, so a lot of variables there. And here's in detail. You can hear this hiccup so bad. And out, and then back in again, and back out. And just sanity check, went behind the monitor. Because I actually did a switch up here and brought the first gen down to the other monitor. And it's hardwired in, as you can see. And it's just got major hiccups. And then, yeah, it's horrible. So unfortunately, this doesn't fix it. And here is the Chromecast Ultra with the same video. No issues. Pretty frustrating. Pretty frustrating. So ultimately, it's a hard no on this product. I think the only use case that this product has is when you have a first gen Chromecast, you want to pay the money to get like a full on upgrade to the Ultra or the other wired options, and you have it like out in a garage somewhere where for some reason you do have wired Ethernet out there, but your Wi-Fi sucks out there, and that's the only use case I see for this. But otherwise, it doesn't remedy any other issues as far as like latency to initially load up videos or alleviate the hiccups with certain videos found on YouTube. So unfortunately, this is a hard no. This is a fail. Thanks for watching. I have more reviews coming, more technology. So please subscribe and then give it a like. Thanks. Bye.